after they won the series, right?
Right after the last game of the finals against the Lakers.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, it was really awkward. They're trying to interview him. I remember seeing it live. Well, not in person.
Why would he say that after it happened? Like, was that something you'd say like before it happened?
No, he was saying it was excited. He was pumped because he didn't think it would ever happen. His confidence for it happening was clearly non-existent.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't go to college. He doesn't have dreams.
Who does? Who does? What any of us dream? What's a dream? Papa, what's a dream? Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of
apparently it's not winning the NBA Finals.
Level Up Show podcast, episode 191, or 191st, if you will. With me, as always, is the purveyor of the Old Town Road. It is Ralph. Hello, Ralph.
Got the horses in the back.
It's such a weird song.
I like I was saying in our Discord, I don't know how the song blew up so quick. It is number one.
I think it's literally the Billy Ray Cyrus thing.
I don't even know if he's in the version on the radio.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't heard it on the radio. So
I looked at the Billboard charts yesterday because I couldn't believe it. I looked them up, and number one, and it's just the Lil Nas X or whatever.
It's a regular song.
That song doesn't even have a real music video. It's less than 2 minutes long. Like it's got a video
today, but I don't know if it's real.
I think they put the real video on Bang.com, but
the video.
Also joining us is the creator of Bang.com and is Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
The video I saw just had was footage from Red Dead Redemption 2, and it was on his channel.
There was a video that I watched today that was seemingly a video that came out yesterday that looked like a music video.
Okay, maybe
that doesn't mean shit. But at one point, it showed like Billy Ray Cyrus playing a guitar in a studio with the other dude.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. I mean, it's a real deal. I can send it to you later.
I think I've watched that too.
I might be. I don't know. Either way, that fucking song is weird. I can't not listen to it. Like it's really catchy.
It's fine.
Like Baby Shark catchy, or
not that catchy.
Definitely not that catchy. Not set the world on fire.
Doesn't slap that hard. But yeah, it's less than 2 minutes long.
It doesn't bang, if you know what I'm saying. It doesn't bang.
Oh man, less than 2 minutes long. Mind blowing. Mind blowing.
I'm gonna have to say, like, I think KG was just surprised that they won with Rajon Rondo. I think that's what he was really surprised about, right?
Hey man, Rondo could pass the ball and give fouls.
He could definitely do some stuff, spit on some people's face, right? Yeah.
I mean, he's not sending dick pics, so it's fine.
Not that we're aware of.
That's fair.
Don't want to rule anything out.
He hasn't sent any knowledgeable dick pics anyway.
No public dick pics.
That's
public
smart.
Dick pics is better. That's a better word for it. What has been up with you, two fine gentlemen? What's been going on, Ryan? What's up with you? Anything new? Came up to Iowa last week.
No, but so all right. You guys, no surprise to you guys. Like I don't even know what the hell you're talking about that song. But
I thought you might watch the video that I sent, but it's fine.
No, this is kind of funny. So like I pay very little attention to anything in pop culture. So I just occasionally hear about it. So like the other day I'm driving home and I hear Billie Eilish for the first time, and I was like, "Holy, this is weird as shit."
I've still never heard of Billie Eilish.
It's very bad.
So then I start looking up like why, like about her, whatever. And I read like her influences, and apparently like she's influenced by Lana Del Rey, who I don't even know the fuck that is.
Yeah, I know who that is.
But I click on her and like I look up and like her kind of popular song named "Video Games." It's like what? That song definitely not about video games.
I've heard one Lana Del Rey song and I didn't like it. So
is it Video Games? You should listen to Video Games.
No, I don't even know what the song was called. It was the really, really popular one.
The Video Games is actually not that bad. It's very unique. But I like that game. The song came out like 2011, so this is years later. I'm hearing this the first time.
She's been around a while.
She has been around a while.
So,
yeah, I was hearing about Billie Eilish, and I'm like, I need to listen to what this person sounds like, and I cannot stand her voice.
I've avoided it.
That's bad.
The only thing I read was like Dave Grohl talking about his daughter really liking her, And
I appreciate anything Dave Grohl thinks. Let me tell you that.
I know you don't fucking care.
I watched her eat some hot wings. So
I didn't
Dave
watch
Grohl,
that.
the worst part of Nirvana.
Oh
that was all bad.
What the fuck? Piss fuck hot take.
Are you doing like a wrong kid died thing here?
I'm just gonna roast things that people like for some reason.
Suicidal hot take right here.
Wow. Too soon.
No. I know you don't like a lot of things, Ralph, but even Nirvana?
It's fine. I'm not a big grunge guy. I don't
like
know.
Dave Grohl. Like, what if Dave Grohl is not in Nirvana?
I still wouldn't like him because the Foo Fighters are not.
Foo Fighters are great. Get out of here.
That's fine if you like generic ass radio rock. We could be done with this.
That's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. We all have our opinions, Ralph. It's okay. This is the whole point of having a show, is we can all voice our opinions.
Are you trying to say that Foo Fighters are in the same category as Nickelback? Is that what you're trying to say?
Do not say don't. Ralph,
I'd rather listen to Nickelback.
No, you would not.
100%.
He's got a photograph of him listening to Nickelback. Yeah.
Look at this graph. I'd rather hear that shit.
What the fuck?
100
In
times
what world?
over.
Why?
I don't know.
What is your disdain for Foo Fighters so much? You don't think they're talented?
I mean, did they ever do a Spider-Man song?
You're right. Yeah. All right,
probably. There goes my hero.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, that song has nothing to do with Spider-Man, but it's not bad.
Nothing to do with Spider-Man. Although that movie's really good if you haven't seen that movie yet.
I want to see it. But
I saw part of it through the Post Malone video. Does that count?
I bought the Blu-ray, and I guess I still got that digital copy, which I haven't used. So, I mean, I could probably give you that.
It's probably on the Voodoo account. I'm surprised, Ryan, that you know who Post Malone is.
I watched him eat hot wings.
Is that where you found out about Billie Eilish?
No. Billie Eilish was on the radio.
Okay, because she was also in one of those videos.
Yeah. I saw her eat hot wings too. After I found out who she was, though. But
I know you only consume media through YouTube, but it's still funny to me how these people based on their hot wing eating ability.
Well, no, I knew about Billie Eilish before she ate hot wings. Right. I'm just saying. I saw both. I heard of her and saw her eat hot wings on the same day. So.
What a great day in your life.
But not at the same time.
No, definitely not at the same time because I was driving.
So back to my point, because I'm going to contend with this for just a hot more minute.
Move on.
No, I can't. What do you not think the Foo Fighters are talented, or do you just not care for what you would consider basic ass rock music?
I'm sure they're talented. I'm not a good judge of talent. I mean, if they're making money and they're on the radio and shit, like whatever, something worked out in their favor. It's just not for, I don't know. Like, I don't think anything they've done is catchy. Their stuff.
Yeah, for the record, I agree with Ralph on that.
But, I mean.
That surprises you.
But, I mean, I like.
No surprise there, Ryan. None whatsoever.
I like a lot heavier shit or like 80s hair metal. So, whatever. I'm not a good judge.
If it's not 80s synth pop or metal for you, I'm not really sure that anything is.
I mean, I like rap too.
You do, yeah. So, you like all kinds of things, but the things I like, I forget. But anything I enjoy, you're like, fuck this shit.
Well,
what was the Billie Eilish song you heard, Ralph? Was it "Wish You Were Gay" or was it a different one?
Was it Bad Guy?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I saw Bad Guy. Yeah.
What did you say?
She has a song called "Wish You Were Gay."
Her dance moves in that Bad Guy video were pretty damn good. I will give her that. So you should look. Derek, you should just watch that video on mute if you don't want to hear her because she's got some wicked dance moves.
I mean, I'll probably look into her eventually. I've just kind of avoided it because it seemed like it was kind of blowing up, and I do my best, regardless of what you might think about my Foo Fighters love. I do my best to stick away from things that are popular. I've never been that guy.
Well, she's very different, and so is Lana Del Rey. They're both like very different than the norm, like not what you would think of when you think of pop music.
Well, no. I mean, I know who Lana Del Rey is. I'm just not. That's not for me. Lana Del Rey is not for me.
You should listen to video games. It's called video games. You
gotta watch the video I sent. If you watch Old Town Road, I will watch video games. Watch the link I sent you.
Like knowing that Billy Ray Cyrus is in it is enough for me not to watch that.
There's a regular version though.
Yeah,
he's not in it.
Honestly, I think the Billy Ray version's better.
I do not. I don't think he's. I think he sounds like an old man trying to sing.
That's the point. It adds to the. I think it's awful. Like I said, it adds to the awfulness. That's what I love about it.
I don't think the song's that bad. I just think it takes it down a notch with Why is Billy Ray in there? They must be on the same record label or something.
It feels like he's making fun of country music, and then I don't think Billy Ray realizes that he's making fun of country music. And then that's what I love about it is Billy Ray's truly, I think, giving it his all. Like, this is a country song, and this fucking black guy's like, yeah, it's a country song. Don't worry.
If Bubba Ray was in it, I would listen.
The only way I would listen to that if it was the tiny
Bully Ray.
Spike. That's Bully Ray, no Spike. It was Spike Dudley.
What they call the girl?
Molly. No, that was Molly Holly. There was no girl. You're thinking Molly Holly, though.
No, there was a girl that dressed exactly like Spike Dudley one time.
Yeah.
Molly was with Spike for a while.
Yeah, but did she go by Molly Holly, or did she change her name for that?
Molly Hatchet.
I think she was still Molly Holly.
Yeah. She was flirting with disaster.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
say. I was doing more of the hatchet men mentality. She was just dressed in ICP paint.
She started shooting people with paintballs. Yeah.
That was the whole thing. Well, welcome to the Ralph Hates Everything show. Thanks for joining us this evening, episode 191. What else do I like that you don't like, Ralph? I forget. We should just do a whole show of things.
The news?
Oh no, we don't want to jump to that quite yet. What else has been going on in your life besides obviously listening to Old Town Road, Ralph? What else you got?
Me? I've been listening to a shitload of Whitechapel. So if that you would probably hate that, and everyone else would probably hate that. So we're
Whitechapel. Is it a heavy metal band?
Whitechapel is the road that takes me to Taco John's in this area. So
that's true, and the area of town where Jack the Ripper did most of his business, I think. Whitechapel's like they were like deathcore, but they're a little lighter now. I don't know what the hell's a subgenre of heavy metal anyway. It's just they scream a lot.
I was gonna say, is it just music I'm not gonna be able to understand?
I can send you a video. You probably like the song, or there's a chance you would like this song, but
nothing else.
He clean sings in the entire song.
You know my affinity for
you hang clean while you sing, or I don't know. Sorry.
Something like that.
He dresses like Mr. Clean. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Oh, well, okay.
Bald and everything.
Stone Cold never did that.
Oh, thank God. You know, I've never really felt the point of screaming to where you don't hear or like understand what people are saying. Like, it's just never been me. And
you do eventually understand it. Like,
I can understand this guy.
Enough, you can understand it. Like,
it depends on the band for me. Yeah.
I don't know. I want to I'm more of a lyrics guy, and we've had this conversation. I'm pretty sure.
If you want lyrics, man,
you should listen to Summoning if you want lyrics.
I should listen to what?
Look up some Summoning. Yeah.
Summoning?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Do it. Don't
go them.
Summoning.
Look it up. There's some good ass lyrics on this new Whitechapel album, but you may not understand them and you'd probably hate it. So
that's my thing is like I want to be able to. I don't want to hear just fucking gore screaming in my fucking like.
Oh man,
I like some totally metal music. Like true,
if you really do it.
My version of metal is way different than your version of metal, clearly. And I've gone down the roads that you've sent me down. Like, what was the music that you got me into last year? Or what was that band? Or was it 2 years ago now?
Trivium.
And again, I've only listened to that one album, but it was really fucking good. Now, I know they have heavier stuff, but I really enjoy it.
Old band, aren't they? Don't they have a shitload of albums? Trivium?
Yeah, they got
I'm sure. I'm gonna click this song, and I'm really afraid of what's about to come out of my phone. But I'm gonna click it.
Is it Whitechapel?
No, this I looked up.
Summoning. Okay.
Oh man, is it Dal Golder?
Huh?
Is it Dal Golder?
No, I just clicked this. I'm either gonna click Tarkalion or Silvertine. I'm not really sure.
Oh, I don't know if I know that. I think I've only listened to their Summoning. Their Dal Golder album.
Well, this is the opening track. I'm going to skip a little bit. Okay, we're going to jump to about 3 minutes in.
Off YouTube.
It's not a good band to listen to. Like some of their songs.
This is kind of slow.
It's a black metal band.
All right, we're going to skip a little. We're going to go 9-minute songs though. Still no lyrics.
You should listen to Cause of Doom on Dal Golder.
Music sounds good.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no lyrics I'm like adverse to. Hold on, let's see.
Have you heard him say anything yet?
No, that's what I'm saying. What did you want me to play? What song did you want me to play?
Listen to Cause of Doom for Dal Golder.
Cause of Doom. This is a great way to start the show.
I think Minas Morgul is a pretty good segment too. But
Dal Golder.
Yeah.
Khazad Doom.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Okay, ready?
Those fake horns.
All right, here we go. It's still the horns, and it's 4 minutes into the song.
No, I think you missed him singing some. Oh.
Yep, there you go. It just sounds like somebody vomiting.
Yeah.
You know what he's singing about, right?
I have no fucking idea.
It's Lord of the Rings. That whole album is Lord of the Rings.
Is it really?
Yeah. He's got an album called Meanest Mortal. The album's called Dull Golder.
Whitechapel.
Oh man,
it's a weird way to start the show. I'm really sorry. Everybody.
Yeah, we don't have to do this on there.
All I'm doing is logging this. I'm gonna hit save for this Valley album, which is looks like an Alice Chains cover. I'm just letting you know that's what it looks like to me. Which doesn't do anything for you, but I mean, it's
I wouldn't have got that.
Well, it's an orange fucking eye inside of what looks to be a sea of people or a forest. It's a really small picture. I can't see.
It's a valley between mountains.
Oh, great. With an eye. So, I don't know. The orange tone makes it feel like an Alice in Chains cover, which I know you hate, but I'm going to tell you that right now. That's what that looks like.
I don't hate it.
It's not for you. It's just not for Ralph.
I mean, they had some good music. I never was a big Lane Staley fan.
I mean, if you didn't like grunge, you're not going to like anything like that. Anyway, there's your fucking Derek hates metal music minute, and Ralph hates anything that's Derek likes.
Yeah, I don't listen to too much metal anymore these days, though. Every once in a while, I'll listen to Wolves in the Throne Room or something like that, but not much. I
want to listen to things, like I said, that I understand only because I want the lyrics.
And also metal.
I listen to music the majority
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, Majora's Mask music. The majority of the music I listen to is in the mornings when I'm waking up. So I'm not gonna like show up at work at 5 o'clock and just hit that where it's like
that's what I want. I want to wake up.
Did you hear those horns that cause it, dude? Wake up to those horns. There you go.
The only thing, there's none of that. I have listened to that Supermarket album by Logic quite a bit. Do you listen to that, Ralph?
Oh, I didn't know. I heard there's going to be an album.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It came out before the book.
Yeah, okay.
I found out who Logic was yesterday. I saw him eat some hot wings.
What the hell?
Oh my god! Hold on, I gotta write down the title here.
I'd never seen who Logic was before. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
he seems like an alright guy.
Yeah,
his music's good.
I've never heard of his music. What is he doing?
He's a
he's singing about Lord of the Rings, or
not quite.
Possibly.
I thought he playing Mario Kart on stage, but
Ralph, I don't know if you would enjoy that album necessarily because it's not rap. It's definitely way more like alternative rock, which isn't bad. I mean, that's in the Derek Vance genre of things he likes, but it's very soft. It's not rap really at all. But I think it's good. It's just different, him experimenting. Yeah. I saw that you got that book for Katie, and I commented telling her that I picked up the book too, and she said that she was going to finish the book, and then we would book club about it. So,
what is the book?
Yeah,
it's called Supermarket.
I don't know what that means. Is it a book about supermarkets?
The generalization of the novel so far that I've gathered is about a character who doesn't have a whole lot going for him, gets a job at a supermarket, and the goings on of said supermarket.
Who wrote it?
Logic.
I heard him talk about writing a book during him eating hot wings, but I didn't know that was the book.
I watched them eat hot wings. What a time in our lives.
I saw Shaq do it too. He was terrible at it. That dude cannot handle it.
We got to move on.
His wife that he's going to take it. Afterwards, he's telling his
did he dip it in icy hot?
He's going to be blowing out the toilet.
Oh, that makes me want to watch that more. Shaq said he's going to go pull out the toilet.
Yeah.
Pretty
His
good.
wife didn't hear him the first time, so he had to repeat it. That he's going to
even better.
Shit all over the. I don't know what he was shitting on, but something. Hopefully in the toilet.
Vlade Divac.
What he was saying, he was shitted on him. Is what he was telling her.
Have you heard that old Shaq rap song? Oh damn it! I gigged on him, and he's like naming all these NBA players. He's like Manute Bol. I gigged on him, and then like not Detlef Shrimp. He like named all these big men. That's a good song. I need to find that one.
There you go.
You find it, put it in your life.
You should. I put so many bad things in yours. You might as well put some bad things in mine. Although you did give me Fallout 76. Why don't we move on to the news?
Oh man,
news. I used your phone number, by the way, when I went and picked up Yoshi. So I don't know if that does anything for you, but I still do it.
No, I appreciate that. I got some points.
Sure.
From that,
yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Great. I don't know.
Depending on where you got it at.
The GameStop.
Okay, I assume that's what it was.
Yeah.
This is Walmart.
Where I have to pay 7%.
What a phone number.
No. 7% tax in Newton, so hopefully you get more bonus points for that.
Yeah, I'm sure you get points for tax.
Speaking of tax, like I said, talk about the news, Ralph. Give me what is going on in the gaming world this week.
The news. I don't know if this is a big deal, but the rumor is Microsoft is going to start bundling Game Pass, Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold together for $15 a month.
Okay.
I don't know. Seems like a pretty decent deal. I don't know what it is for a year, but
I was gonna say, what's Game Pass right now?
I thought it was like $10 a month, but I don't know if that's right.
No idea. I canceled it like that when I used it at your house. I think I canceled it like the next day.
Yeah, because we did like $1 for a month or something like that.
I'm not sure how long it lasted, the trial or whatever. Yeah,
it looks like Game Pass is $10 a month, and then obviously you can get $60 for a year of.
So it's not even a savings.
Well, yeah, because what are they going to bundle it? 15? You said $15 a month.
Yeah, but I don't know if you could buy like a year or something.
Maybe for a little bit cheaper. I mean, either way, they're going to roll it into one service, which is good for them.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I wonder if they'll stop with the Xbox Live Gold games. I wonder how that's going to work.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if they're backwards compatible, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just be like, "Hey, here's new games for Game Pass," and they wouldn't even have to say it was gold.
I presume on the next generation, they probably don't. I would assume they'd only have one service for whatever the next service would be, right?
I would assume.
I would assume that's kind of what they're gearing up towards, is that they're going to only roll it into one service, so it's either going to be a Game Pass or a Games with Gold, and not both.
Yeah, the future's coming.
Yeah,
gold. What if it's a gold Game Pass?
I'm fine with whatever the fuck they want to name it. Shit, they named their second Xbox the Xbox One X, or the Xbox One, I guess, to start with. So whatever. They could call it Golden Gaming for all I care, and it's okay. I wouldn't care.
You don't want a Golden Gaming. You don't want that.
Can I find it on Bang.com though? That's really what I'm looking for.
No, you got to go to R. Kelly's house for that.
I don't think you got a house anymore. They repoed it.
Oh man. Speaking of nothing to do with that, the next Assassin's Creed game is going to be Viking themed. Derek.
I mean, I have Vikings fans in my house, so okay, sure.
Yeah.
Is Viking great Stefan Diggs the main character?
How much Viking metal is going to be in this?
Amon Amarth is headlining the soundtrack.
Who's the soundtrack? Great.
Yeah, everything sticks to Stefan Diggs' hands in this game.
What about the U.S. Bank Stadium? Is that the main setting?
Well, that's where the Vikings came from. Is the United States, so yeah.
Is it about like the rise and fall of Christian Ponder? Is that the
and your dad is Kratos? Like
yeah.
Do you have any cousins in the game? Is what I'm looking for.
Only one. His name's Sam Bradford.
Oh,
that's not what you were going for.
You did exactly shoulder.
And he's not even in the league anymore.
He got paid a lot of money to be in it, though.
It's true. I don't.
He get a deal with AF right before they close.
Probably.
No, McMahon's calling him. You know that.
Man, McMahon is probably shaking in his boots.
If I'm McMahon, I cancel everything right now, to be honest with you.
It's not too late. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
I would doubt that it's too late. If I'm Vince McMahon, I take the loss now because it's going to look way worse later.
But
anyway, Assassin's Creed. Where'd that come out of?
Division. I thought Division 2 had something that.
Yeah, I think that's where it came from. I don't know. There's not an Assassin's Creed coming out this year, though, right?
I don't believe so.
I'm not sure if they've confirmed that or not. I think they said they were going to skip this year, but who knows?
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense. There was boats. Vikings used boats. Assassin's Creed likes boats.
Sure.
Whatever.
We'll
act like that made sense.
I haven't finished the other one, so I don't know if I can do a Viking one yet, but we'll see.
You're trying to tell us you don't like boats?
I only like hoes. Just leave the boats at home.
Next up, we've got I wrote this as a sentence apparently. Focus Interactive was pleased enough with their partnership with Don't Nod for Vampire, whatever the hell it was, that they were working together again on Don't Nod's next game, whatever that may be. Vamp sold over 1 million copies somehow, and an inferior version of the game is coming to the Switch. Well, I assumed it was inferior.
It'll probably look fine on the Switch because that didn't really look that great on the Xbox or PS4.
They'll run at 12 frames a second.
Yeah,
540p.
So Don't Nod hasn't done a lot of things, right?
Remember Me and Life is Strange? At least the first.
No. The first season.
Are they doing the newest one?
Yeah, that's them. They didn't do Before the Storm. That was somebody else.
Right. Before the Storm was not them. The second season, I think, is.
They have a really strange game that's in development. I thought that was announced at like E3. I don't remember what it's called.
Maybe it's. I guess whatever article I was reading, they weren't sure what game they were working on, so maybe it wasn't that.
They probably are. They just can't announce it
because they can't pronounce it.
Right.
That's bad when it happens. So Ryan, be excited.
They're working on a game about Prince.
Twin Mirror is the game
they just a symbol, so that's why they can't pronounce it.
Okay.
Twin Mirror is the game they were doing before.
Oh,
it's published by Bandai.
Okay, this must be something new then.
This got to be something new.
Not all their games.
I don't know how.
So I don't know.
I don't know how Vampire did so well. I mean, I give it shit because it just didn't look that fun, but 1 million copies is, that's quite a bit, really.
I am very surprised it sold that many. Because, did
it really sell that many, or did they ship that many?
It said sold, because I, looked at it a couple times. I'm like, there's no way.
He was so upset about it.
Well,
where the fuck's the numbers?
I mean, that game didn't seem that popular, and, Focus Interactive is not, a publisher people know, and, they don't... I don't know. They don't put ads out.
They're known for doing the Sherlock Holmes games. Is that
and the farming simulator?
Yeah.
So your dad knows who they are at least.
Yeah, they did Bound by Flame. I think
I could see that game becoming a cult classic in a few years, but it's still it's not. It's okay. It's just okay. It's way too long. The game is way too long for what they're having you do.
But, I liked the premise of what you were doing, but I didn't like watching you play. I was just I would not want to do this.
I kind of felt the same way. Yeah.
But now you can get it on Switch.
I don't want to do it on the Switch.
If I could find it dirt cheap, I guess I might try it. But
don't go down that road. Don't go down that old town road. Right?
I got the horses in the back.
Thirst for blood or something that could be blood, or
there will be blood.
He's thirsting, all right.
Yeah, finally, because I have all the big news this week.
And finally,
this isn't the biggest news of the week. I didn't know there was a Ni no Kuni movie being made, but a trailer got released.
Is it actually going to be here right away, or is it going to be in Japan and then here sometime later?
Japan only right now. They haven't announced any Western plans, but there's a trailer out there.
We all have to learn Japanese.
Yeah, or to read subtitles, which isn't going to happen.
Ni hao ma.
Ni no Kuni.
Was that a real word?
I don't know. Maybe.
Konnichiwa. That's
right. Domo Arigato.
Mr. Robot. Yeah, that's all I got.
I got two more pieces of news you might have missed, Ralph.
That was it? No, what you got?
PSN name change happened.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I changed mine.
People care.
How many years ago when I created a new account?
You think Pooh's Money Path is taken? Do you think if you switched it to that, you'd get it?
I'm going to try that.
I'm sure it's there. So, Ryan, if you want to do it and load up your PlayStation for the first time in 2 months, by all means.
Yeah, I mean, I would, except for, like, I am friends with family members. I don't know if they would understand. So.
Teach them.
Teach them about Pooh's Money. I don't think you can teach somebody about that. I think you just have to experience
Bang.com.
Yep. Bang.com presents Pooh's Money Path.
You can go to Bang.com and watch it, but it's not the same. You gotta
feel it. Kind of experience it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's cool that it's free. I have no desire to change my name, though.
I might change I still have my old account to Hella Keller. I might see if I can change that one to Pooh's Money Path.
I thought about creating a new one that was just a Level Up Show podcast for when I streamed games, but I don't care enough to do that.
I was watching some people like taking there's a show I'm watching. They're taking questions from like people from just random like YouTube, Instagram, whatever. And one of the usernames for somebody, like his username was Pooh Crafter 2.
Pretty good name. Why would you change that? That's gold.
There's a Pooh Crafter 1 out there somewhere.
Yeah. The only other piece of news that I had is that Sekiro sold 2 million copies in 10 days.
Oh, that's way more than Vampire.
Which is that's a lot of copies.
Did you? So apparently, I don't know, some PC gaming outlet like reviewed Sekiro and put in the review that they had to use like some kind of cheats to beat the final boss because they couldn't do it.
They put in their Game Genie.
Yeah, pretty much. And like some guy tweeted them, and it was like this fantastic tweet. I'm gonna have to find it now.
Gotta pull it up. Yeah,
I should have.
Did they tweet him like Draymond Green's dick, or what was it?
with the final boss on there? Yeah.
That's the final boss for Dante's Inferno. Just Draymond Green's dick.
Yeah.
The fact that they sold 2 million copies, that's pretty good for fucking 10 days, man.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like a hit. Sounds like Activision has money again.
Activision's got money, and I mean, it just keeps putting money in the pocket of people that are expecting another Dark Souls or another Demon Souls or another Bloodborne. You know, it gives them that opportunity and also that freedom to continue to branch out of that Dark Souls path. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of excited.
Done with it though. They already made their last Dark Souls game.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, people always just recognize those games as Souls-like, so they can continue to kind of branch away little by little away from that, I think, and that's kind of exciting.
They already make a lot of other games, though. Like, From Software makes a shitload of stuff.
That game I just bought, Deracine, or whatever the hell it was.
They made 8-Bit Heroes, right? Or 8-Bit.
I don't know if they made that. They might have just published it. So From Software is weird. They make games and they publish games. And that 3D Dot Game Heroes, is that what you're thinking?
3D Dot Game Heroes.
I don't know if they made that. They might have just published that.
That game for all about 30 minutes. Ralph, tell me the tweet.
I got the tweet for you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Ralph, tell me the tweet.
This is from Fetus Berry. Okay, he says, right. You cheated not only the game, but yourself. You didn't grow. You didn't improve. You took a shortcut and gained nothing. You experienced a hollow victory. Nothing was risked and nothing was gained. It's sad that you don't know the difference.
Sounds like something was risked. For reputation, right?
Yeah, but everybody has turned that into a meme now, apparently. So
that's a pretty good comeback of like, fuck you. Don't talk to me about games anymore.
That was that.
I mean, I cheated all the time when I was a kid. I don't care.
But you weren't a PC gamer as a kid.
Yeah, no, that'd be sweet though. Yeah, I'm playing console games. Console games. No one's PC gamer.
Sure, hashtag or your handle. I don't know how the internet works.
It was developed by Silicon Studio, by the way. 3D Dot Game Heroes. It was published by Software. You're right.
Okay.
In case you cared. Which clearly you didn't. All right. What else you got for news, Ralph? Does that wrap it up?
I got nothing. No news.
Yeah, you said the news already. The name thing and the Sekiro thing is the only thing I got. Why don't we move into what we have been playing? And Ryan, why don't you tell me about the one and only Borderlands? What is Borderlands?
Did you guys know that the game of the year was already decided?
Yeah, I knew the second you fucking...
They put it on the box. It's over.
Wow.
It's game of the year edition already.
Yeah.
It's only
February. Wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever day this is.
We back in time.
Right, yeah. Gotta go back in time.
But yeah, I don't understand why it's called Game of the Year Edition because it came out 10 years ago. But that's
it was a game of the year at one point, I think is what he's trying to say.
It was a game that came out in a year. Yeah.
Yeah, well, multiple years, but yes.
I want you to think this was a magic trick. He pulled it at a time. It was a magic trick.
Like, I mean, that's pretty ballsy to just like put your game out and say this is game of the year in April.
GameStop exclusive game of the year.
Yeah. Like I feel like Madden needs to do that.
GameStop exclusive for at least 7 days.
They did win game of the year once from whatever. I don't know what is that considered now? Spike or what is this video game awards thing or?
Yeah, just the Game
Jeff
Awards.
Keighley.
Yeah, I think they won the first ever game of the year for that show. It was Madden.
The Keighley Awards.
I don't think John Madden was there to accept either.
Yeah, he was on his bus eating a turducken.
But that game is still pretty good. I don't know. I like it quite a bit. I haven't finished all the DLC. I went through Zombie Island of Dr. Ned, which is my favorite of the DLC.
That's the only DLC I finished, I think.
Yeah, I think it's also like the shortest. The one that's the worst is the Mad Moxie one because it's just a bunch of arena stuff.
I remember playing the Moxie one. I don't remember Dr. Ned.
I never got through the General Knox one, I don't think.
That one's okay. It's a lot of driving in the cars, and the cars are not very good in that game. But yeah, it looks good. There are some technical issues though. Like there was a shitload of screen tearing in parts of it, which is very distracting. But for the most part, it was pretty good. It looked really sharp. Stuff feels really good. I don't know. The whole. I wish they would do something better with their menus and like comparing guns. Like they still don't really have that figured out. But so it is kind of annoying because like you have to go find one of those machines to sell your guns that you don't want anymore, or you can just drop them on the ground, I guess. But comparing guns on the ground to the guns you have isn't really great. So some of that just feels old. But,
I assume that's got to be one of the quality of life improvements from these to the new one, right?
For 3, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, it's a lot better in 3. And it seems like they like intentionally made it that way, made it kind of weird because there are other games that handle inventory like that way better.
Well, I was gonna say like a game like The Division also kind of makes it a little difficult to look at like guns side by side with its loot and shit like that. So even today, in a game that's very well made, it's still kind of fucked up the way the gun compares are. I'm just like, I just want to know, motherfucker, is this better or is this fucking not? Because I don't know.
Diablo 3, they nailed it.
Yeah. And that's what Borderlands is supposed to kind of be like. It's supposed to be kind of like a Diablo game. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to go through the rest of the DLC. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do any of Mad Moxie stuff besides just like go see where she's at and maybe talk to her once and then not do any of her missions. But
eat hot wings.
That would be awesome. No, I mean, I watched a lot of people eat hot wings yesterday. Name a celebrity, I'll tell you if I watched them eat hot wings.
Sean Bean.
Felicity Huffman.
No, neither.
Lori Loughlin.
Who?
Aunt Becky.
Yeah. No, that's not
Uncle Jesse.
He's not
Ray Romano.
That is his real name. Is that his real name?
Yes. No, yeah. It is Raymond Romano.
There was a reference to Ray Romano in one of the Hot Wings ones. Artie Lang was eating hot wings and said that a stripper gave him a script to a Ray Romano show. What was the name of that TV show he was on?
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, everybody loves Raymond. Yeah, he said that. He said that a stripper came up to him and told him that she had a script for an episode of that, and he said he would give it to Ray because Ray was a buddy of his, which he was lying because he said he only ever met Ray like once. And he said that she left to go get it, and then he left and never came back.
Did his nose fall off when he was eating the wings?
No, but he at some point did look like he was going to die.
Who are we talking about on this one?
Artie Lang.
Oh, great! I thought he was dead.
He
Somehow, no.
Yeah.
What celebrity do you want to see eat hot wings? That's my question.
I don't know. I don't really have one that I want to see.
Paul Walker. That's not going to happen. I'm going to let you know now.
I mean, there might be a video of him eating hot wings at some point, right? He lived into his 40s.
Sure.
25 with hot wings.
He probably eats hot wings, yes.
I don't know. Maybe Charles Barkley. I want to see Charles eat hot wings.
Charles Manson.
Charles Charge. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Dirk, you want to see Dirk show up, eat some hot wings?
I don't need to see Dirk. I don't need to see Dirk eating any hot wings.
Kobe. Magic Johnson.
No.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for his bones, though.
Like that Magic Johnson just got fired, so he needs some time to.
He didn't get fired. He quit.
No, he got fired.
He quit.
He got fired. Are you kidding me?
How did he get fired? He came out and said, "I'm stepping down."
How many times do people resign when they actually got fired?
He didn't even tell Jeannie Buss he was doing it.
I'm pretty sure he knew the writing was on the wall. He was done.
I just think it's hilarious.
I got you, LeBron. I'm out.
Yeah, LeBron's going to step up and be president now.
I just love that his defense was like, yo, man, tomorrow night's Dwayne's last game, and I can't tweet about it. Buh. I'm just like, what the fuck? That's a terrible reason.
That's what happens when you're Magic Johnson.
They got to be better next year. So, right?
I hope not. I don't care.
Yeah. Sure. Well, who's going to win the playoffs this year?
The Warriors.
Pistons just snuck in. They got it. No, I don't know.
The Suns are a long shot, but maybe.
They don't win a game.
They got Jimmer Fredette. They can do it, right? They're just going to insert him into the playoffs.
Giannis isn't going to take him there?
Giannis is not going to beat the Warriors.
I'm just saying, man. I forget you're a Warriors, Mark, when it comes to playoff time.
No,
you love the Warriors. I know you do.
They have 5 All-Stars as their starting 5.
I'm just saying, man. Any given every day, you know what I'm saying?
They don't even have to try to get the first seed in their conference.
I hope the Warriors get fucking smoked.
By who?
I don't know. I just want them to lose for you.
Oh, I mean, it's not gonna. I like the Suns.
I know you don't care. Yeah, you like the Suns, but yet every year we come down to this time and you're just fucking balls in mouth about the Warriors.
Yeah, I don't know. They play good basketball.
That dick pic went to you, didn't it?
No. Did you send it on Snapchat? I do not have Snapchat.
I don't remember where he sent it to.
He
saw you drinking milk and got all boned up about it.
I thought that was a white gasoline can.
It's very small.
Okay.
White gas
is the one in the milk commercials.
White gas would be a nice name for a metal band.
It probably is.
I get interpreted the wrong way, like White Zombie.
What else have you been playing, Ryan? Anything?
No, that's just it. Just Borderlands.
Right on.
Game of the year. What else would you play?
I picked up Yoshi. Went over and picked up Yoshi's Crafted World at the GameStop today. I've got my entertainment center kind of fucked up right now, so I don't have my Switch connected to the TV. So, excuse me, sorry. So I couldn't play it docked. So I can only play it undocked. And Ralph, have you played this game undocked yet?
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
What?
I didn't think it opened very well. I thought it looked kind of choppy to open.
I mean, I tried it in 60 frames.
I love the way that game looks, but just the opening felt really weird. The first level looked fine, but like that opening sequence just looked really fucking choppy on
I think they're going like for the cinematics. They're going for like a stop motion almost.
Okay,
because it does look quite a bit different. Because those don't appear to be in 60 frames unless they're doing something I don't understand. But the actual game, Yeah, when you're playing it, it's smooth. I think it looks really good.
The level looked great, and like I said, I love the look of it, and I think it's very charming. But that opening sequence, I was just like, "What is wrong here? I feel this looks weird."
I think that was
what color. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just think that was a decision they made.
A stylistic choice, maybe.
Yeah.
What color Yoshi are you?
I thought about going blue Yoshi. I just went OG.
No, just green.
Just green. Green for days, man. I mean, that's the way it's meant to be played. You know, he is the true Yoshi.
Yeah, it's true.
The true
so
of Yoshis.
You just played the first level then, or?
Yeah, I played the first level twice. I went through. When do you unlock the ability to replay them? Like, in the demo, you can go back and backwards. Is that something that comes a little bit later?
Yeah, I think you got to beat 4 or 5 levels first. I don't know why they did that in the demo.
Yeah, because I went back and I'm like,
be the backwards man.
Backwards man.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be able to hop in and go backwards, and I didn't. But I didn't get all the red coins the first round, so I went through and did it again. And then I got to that weird slot machine thing with the costumes. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I love the costumes.
I bought 3 costumes. I got like I don't know, a milk carton, a train car, and no, it was a carton, not a jug.
Was it branded?
You got a condom wrapper.
I don't even know what this company is. Belafonte. Like, I've never heard of this until.
Sounds French.
Victor Belafonte. Yep.
I don't know if I want that.
No, well, too late. You're in your body. But yeah, I went back through and tried to do that, and then I had enough coins that I bought 3 costumes. I got the milk jug, an orange juice jug, and then a gold one, which was the train car. I'm like, this is just, I don't know, it's just fun. I really enjoyed it. It looked really cool. And then, like I said, I got tired and took a nap, so I only played the first level.
I think the costumes are awesome, but I don't like wearing them because it makes Yoshi too big, or like his character.
I wouldn't want to wear them, but I think having them and looking at them is kind of nice. I don't know why. It sounds really stupid, but I really enjoyed it.
No, I mean, I think it's cool that they're giving you something to do with the coins.
Yes,
at least.
Can you get a Yoshi costume or a Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you say you could get the yarn Yoshi and put that over you, right?
Yeah, it's huge. It's
which is
how would you?
Great.
I don't know how you'd even play the level because it's so big. But there is a Mario one. I don't remember. I don't know if you put anything on your head or not. I'll have to look again.
I changed up.
No Bowsette yet.
I changed up the button controls. I don't know if you did that when you started playing it, Ralph, or did you just play with the way they told you to?
With B jump and
I switched it to type 2.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know why they want you to jump with A.
That's a fucking terrible idea.
Type 2 is the bad one, right?
Diabetes, yeah.
Yeah. I guess in Mario Odyssey you jump with A.
Yeah, but with Yoshi it just didn't feel good.
Well, yeah, because you want to use your tongue with Y.
Yeah, yep. You got to be able to do most of your buttons with like this, not
so
this.
When you have the Switch,
for the people looking at what I'm doing, it makes more sense.
So
the angled thumb, you know what I'm saying?
You can play the NES games on your Switch, and you can play that not down, right?
Uh-huh.
So how do you handle that?
I thought you were asking about if I held the Switch upside down while I played the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. How do you handle playing NES games on your Switch? Because
I'm controllable.
Did you catch what he said, Ralph? I missed what he said.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
Oh, I didn't hear it either. I thought it was my internet.
It might be mine. I said I was bi-controllerable. I think I can do it both ways.
Okay.
Well, you could pull the Joy-Cons off, I guess, and hold them in your hands.
Hold them upside down, yeah.
Well, you have the screen propped up or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
If you really want to.
No, I think with the NES games, I haven't had any issue with that. I just play it normally, but no upside down yet. I would play it vertically, but we already talked about that. I don't have one of those things.
Tate
mode. I bought Gunman Clive today, which I think we have talked about before, Ralph, but it was on sale, like the collection of them for like $4 today. And I'm like, I've been wanting to play those games since the fucking DS days. And I pulled the trigger on that today.
They're fun. They're not that hard either. They feel kind of like Mega Man, but
I was gonna say I think that's what we discussed before was Mega Man
like stuff. Friendlier. Yeah, I mean they're both really short too. I think there's just 2 of them. They've got there's a new game just came out called Mechtermination Force. It's the same guy.
Okay.
And if you have Gunman Clive on your Switch, you can use him as a character in that game. But it's kind of like Cuphead, I guess. It's just like I don't know. That's what I've been hearing. I've watched. There's a quick look of it.
I saw there was a quick look of it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up when it goes on sale.
I almost bought Reigns for the Switch, which I have Reigns on my phone, which is that card
Game of Thrones version.
It's the Game of Thrones version that's on the Switch, and it was like 30% off, which only made it like $3.19. And I'm like, I've got the regular one that I bought on my phone. I think those games are fine. I think it's just a good waste of time, and that'd be a fine.
What are they?
Basically, in Reigns, you start as like just this character, and a game, a card comes up, and it's you can swipe left or swipe right depending on their question they're asking. There's 2 different answers, and you have to answer it in a certain way. And there's basically life bars inside of what you're trying to make people happy. Like in the original one, there's like money, happiness, and fuck, I don't remember the third one. But basically, depending on what you do, like left, right, you make those go up and down, and once you go empty on one of them, you die, and then you just start over again. So it's like a rogue-like in that card, but it's a card game.
It Reigns like water or Reigns like King Reigns?
It's Roman Reigns.
It's like Justice Reigns Supreme.
They're published by everyone's favorite Devolver Digital, so I always like giving Devolver money. I tend to pay them a ton of money.
Does it have a sequel called It Pours or no?
So like here it tells you like a year on the screen, and then it says like, okay, this is the regular range. So here's the year, and then it gives you goals, right? Which you can kind of see maybe if you can read that. Can you read that?
Recruit to spy.
Yeah, do that.
Govern like a winner.
Yep.
Start a crusade.
Yep. So then the game starts, and it's like, okay, this dude says whatever the fuck that says right there. He asks you a little question, has a little blurb.
That's a lot of words.
He says He says the warlord on the east would like to meet you. He can crush our armies if he wants. We should welcome him like a king. So you can swipe left and say yes, or swipe right and say no.
You might have showed this to us before.
I think so. Yeah, it's been. And then if you go right, it doesn't do anything. But then if you go left, I think it says it has like dots above the things that it affects, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if I say no, then it made.
Yeah, this all looks familiar.
Made the army go down and the dollars go up. And so basically you're just trying
to. You always want the dollars to go up, right?
No, you don't, because then when you become too rich, the people take over. So basically it's about swiping left or swiping right and keeping the balance there. And also there's different people that if you say certain things to, you can unlock. And then again, there's the goals and staying in power. And I don't know, it's a good little time waster. And that Game of Thrones one seems fun enough. And again, for fucking $4, I was like, maybe I'll pick that up on the Switch too.
Can you be Joffrey?
I haven't played it, so I don't know who's there. He's also dead, so I don't know.
Well, spoilers. Oh, man. Spoilers. Jeez. Sorry, you meant Sean. He's talking about Sean.
Sean, yeah. You know, there's a Game of Thrones theory going around right now that Ned Stark has been alive the entire time. And that the person that got beheaded in the beginning was actually Jaqen H'ghar. And Jaqen H'ghar throughout the whole series has been Ned Stark.
Because they changed forms, yeah,
right. And they were both apparently imprisoned in the keep at the same time in that first season.
That's interesting. I feel like that's not going to happen.
I also feel like that's not going to happen. But could you imagine the freak out moment that was what happened in the end of fucking Game of Thrones?
I feel like Ned Stark would not do that.
I also think that, but I mean, I don't put it past George R.R. Martin for writing that to be a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he hasn't written shit. Yeah, you're right. I heard that theory and I was like, holy fuck it. That sounds ridiculous. But also I would love it and hate it.
Yes. Spoilers. Sean Bean loses his head.
I mean, Sean Bean dies all the time, so it's fine.
Yeah.
What else?
Lord of the Rings too, spoiler.
Yeah, he's been long gone since 2003.
He tried to take the ring from Frodo.
He got real crazy real quick. Things popped off fast. What else? Oh, Division. I mean, the Division's still great. That game is great. I put in over 30 hours in that game now. It seems to be the only thing holding my attention. And again, it's because I'm playing with somebody from work restarted a character. And so I've been playing with him and we have just kind of, we're just fucking going to town. We got 6 levels yesterday. We played for like too many hours and it's the only thing I played and I love every second of it. The gunplay feels good. The guns are good. Again, the organization and figuring out what's better kind of sucks. And also like the big update they just had for the first patch. Originally in the game, you had mods, weapon mods, obviously. So you have like stocks or sights or barrels and things like that. But they always had pluses and minuses. So there was always a trade-off. So if you would get a new gun mag, you get 30% more accuracy, but it would be like also negative 20% damage to something, or just there's always a trade-off. And it's like, if I'm crafting these mods, don't you think it would just be a reward? It shouldn't be taking something away from me already. And so in this new patch, they took all that out. So every time you put a mod on your gun, it's just to add something to it, which I thought was really nice. Again, it just makes it a little bit more streamlined too. You want people to build mods. You want people to do the things that you're asking them to do, and putting in a negative status effect to something you want them to do is going to make them not want to do it. Like, you're not going to add something to your gun if you're going to lose 30% damage to elite people because you put it on, only because you gained 20% accuracy. Like, the trade-off wasn't worth it. So they fixed that. And they clearly seem to be just doing a lot of work to the game. The menus, they continue to kind of streamline and fix. They're putting a lot of content out there. All that DLC is free, which is great. We are level 24, level cap's 30, and then you can start doing all the different world tiers and all the dark zone stuff. And there's just a fuck ton of stuff to do in that game, an immense amount of stuff to do in that game, which I really enjoy. Clearing out the different districts, making sure that you take over all the control points. You have different little projects that you get from each safe house that you open up and things of that nature. Different collectibles. There's phones and shit like that, which great if you find them. I'm not out there searching for where they're at, but it's nice to just, hey, you ran across a phone or an Echo and all that stuff. I couldn't give a goddamn about the story. I have no fucking idea what's going on in that game.
Can you get weapon skins?
Yep, you can get weapon skins too. You get weapon skins. You get obviously all the clothes. The clothes are way less this time. You remember the first game, like everyone's all freaking out because like there's so much of the stuff that you're picking up is like, oh, there's some fucking cargo pants. Fuck yeah! Like, it was
just, Jeff talking about stocking hats.
Right, and this one they dumbed that. Like, there's not that much stuff that you pick up. Like, I think I've found a grand total in the 30 hours I played. I probably found 20 different clothing items. Like, obviously your gear is different than your clothes, but I found like 4 hats, 5 pairs of pants, maybe a few pairs of sunglasses. You have like weird things you can attach to your bag, like swag stuff, which is, I have like a weird unicorn thing, I think, on the back of my bag right now, which is funny. But they took way less.
Are real?
Yes, they are. They took way less focus off of that than the first game. But I don't know. I really like that. It is everything I wanted in a game. Like, just mindlessly go around, kill a bunch of shit, clear out some zones, do your bounties, things like that. And it's a really, really good game. I like it a lot. I have not touched Apex in a couple of weeks because of it.
I was just gonna say it's no Apex Legends though.
Oh man,
the White House still bloody.
The White House is currently getting cleaned up. I'm taking a toothbrush.
Oh, toothbrush. It's going to take a long time.
Oh, well, big White House, big toothbrush.
They do make big toothbrushes.
It's that Tom Hanks one.
What was that? In Big?
From Big, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know they're making a movie called Little?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. With Tom Hanks?
No, Tom Hanks. At least I don't know. He might make there's a chance he might make a cameo. I don't know.
That's an awful idea.
It's happening. Oh my God. It's like a reverse 13 going on 30.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 13 Ghosts. I'm like, yeah. I don't know what a reversal that is, but please don't make it. It's a bad movie. It's a bad time. You want to hear about anything else about The Division? I don't really have. I know you don't care, but if you want to hear, I can talk about it.
Can you do any damage to the White House? Can you like blast up the White House?
Honestly, I've never tried to shoot it.
Have you shot a car door yet?
I've shot plenty of car doors, yes.
How's it compared to the First Division?
It looks about the same.
Can you take a car door off and use it as a shield?
No, but you can get a shield. It's not the shield, but you can get a shield.
Like Captain America's shield?
No. By the shield, I meant, Roman Rollins and
Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, that's actually what I meant. It was Michael Chiklis. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the meat shield.
Yeah, that's the Rock shield. That's the thing. I think, it's everything I've been. Like I said, I put a fuck ton of hours into that game recently, and I don't regret it at all. It's great. I love that game.
No Celeste or
no, I haven't. Like I said, we moved around. The weekend was crazy busy. We had a funeral obviously on Saturday for Amanda's aunt, and then we had WrestleMania Sunday, and it was just a busy fucking day. What's that?
I was reading something. I'm pretty sure they were joking about how there just wasn't enough shows this time. There was like a kickoff show, a pre-kickoff show, a post-kickoff show.
I turned on WrestleMania at 4:00, and it was over a little after 11 o'clock, which 11 o'clock here is midnight on the East Coast where it was. So that show literally went for almost a day.
Everybody I picked lost, so that's not good.
Yeah, I'll get to that. I don't have you written down, but we'll go through the big results.
All right. But I think even though they said Rey Mysterio lost, I'm pretty sure he still won. But
that match was 60 seconds long, so we all won. Ralph, why don't you tell me about the things that you have been playing, my good sir, especially the Yoshi's Crafted World. Tell me how far you are.
I think I'm damn near the end.
Has it gotten more difficult?
I mean, I guess. Does that game get
more difficult, or is it more just about juggling the mechanics it gives you?
I don't really. I still don't think it's not hard. So it's sure. I mean, it's probably gotten a little more complicated, I guess, but
you feel good.
Yeah, I mean,
your voice gets high when you don't agree with what I'm asking, so I'm getting really concerned with what's happening right now.
I mean, I like the game. It's just,
it's very childish, or
it gets a little. I do have to kind of play it in chunks because it gets a little boring after a while.
Is it very repetitive? I mean, it's just clearing a level, right? It's just one level at a time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fun to play. I guess I don't really know. Like, they switch up some stuff in the levels every once in a while. Like one, this isn't really spoiling anything.
No, you're
fine. Just riding on this. I will say it's a mine cart. I don't know what it is. Okay. You're on a level, and you know how you can like throw eggs and stuff in the background. It's almost like a shooting gallery. Like shit's popping up, and you're
popping off of those.
Popping off eggs.
Yeah, you don't want Mario. Oh no, Yoshi's popping off. Is that what's going on?
I was gonna say there's no Mario.
Yeah, and there's one.
Can I ask if Baby Mario shows up?
He hasn't yet. There's one you're flying a plane.
Mario skin or no? Is that a costume?
You wear Wayne Static's face.
Oh no.
Call back. There's one level where you're in like a giant mech thing and you're like punching shit. So I like it when they mix up the stuff a little bit. I just kind of wish they'd do that a little more, I guess. It's hard. I don't know. I need to finish it. I'm pretty damn close.
It's only like 7 or 8 hours long, right?
Yeah, there's like at the beginning you see that you have to go find the 5 dream gems or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah. The Infinity Stones.
Yeah, those.
Obviously.
I have 4 of them. So.
Are you playing docked or undocked for most of it?
Probably.
Mostly.
I bet you're docked.
Mostly docked. I don't know if you can hear this cat meowing, but it is meowing like crazy. At my door. Mostly docked.
Can you hear me meowing at your window?
Yeah. Sorry. A little bit of that. I would be playing it more if I hadn't gotten way into the faultiest release.
Darksiders.
The faultiest box release of the year. You can't really see this.
How much war is going on in that one?
All war all the time.
Has it changed? Has war changed?
So is it really just that the spine's all fucked up? Is that the whole
time?
Left? Yeah,
the red square.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
there's no switch thing.
I don't know if you can. You see? Can you see this? It's like white.
I see it's like a quarter of an inch that's pulled into, not the middle.
It's like almost like you can see. It's like part of the art on the back of the box is wrapped around. So they would have had the whole red thing would have covered that up.
Right.
It's fucked up.
Basically the design they sent through was not proper.
Whoever set up that AMA on 8chan is probably the same guy who did this.
Yes.
You think somebody got fired over that, or you think no big deal?
It's probably no big deal.
I mean, if anything, it's going to help them sell out of all those, right?
I would think so. Because people still have them up on eBay for like $50 or more, and I don't know. I think it's the only version you can get is this one. But for now, I forgot how much I like that game.
It's a really good game.
Darksiders is so good.
That first, like I said, I didn't play the second one all that much, but that first one's super fucking good.
Like, I don't know if I was just like ready for a kind of throwback-ish game. I know it doesn't really feel like that old or anything, but I don't know.
It's going on 10 years though now.
Yeah, it is.
It's so crazy to think about that. Like those 360 PS3 games, some of them are 10 years old now and older.
Yeah.
Dead Rising is 13 years old.
Yeah, that thing's ancient. Yeah. So this has high performance or high quality mode. High quality mode, I think it's 1080p, but it's 30 frames a second. And I'm playing in high performance because I have to play in 60 frames a second if I have a chance. So I think it's 720, 60 frames. And then undocked, I think it's 540p at 60 frames.
That's
it still looks pretty good. Like, because
did you try high quality on undocked or
not
undocked yet?
Not yet. I should.
Apparently it looks pretty good because it's 720, so it matches the screen.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. What's a 3DS screen? It's probably like 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
So I mean, it looks better than a
440 probably.
It looks better than a 3DS, obviously, but I don't know. So like the PS3 and 360 versions were 30 frames a second, and I know most people don't give.
Does it look better than Snake on my old Nokia phone?
Can you run that at 120 frames a second?
I don't know what the refresh rate is on those.
I don't know. Like I don't. There's no way I could play this at 30 frames a second after seeing it in 60. It just seems so slow.
What about
30?
I wonder what that Wii U version is that you got. If that one's 30 frames, it probably is.
Yeah, the back of the box says it's 60, but it's not. Well, I don't think it is.
Did you ever get the PS4 or Xbox One version?
No, thankfully I only have 2 copies of this game.
I think that one is 60, but
yeah, it's 1080p 60. But yeah, I don't know. Darksiders is so good, and my dad's been playing Darksiders 2, and he just finished that. I've never finished that one. I gave up at some point on that game. I just moved on to something else.
How far are you in this one?
I'm getting ready to fight Tiamat, so I'm only like 2 or 3 hours in.
Do you think you'll finish it?
It's like 20 hours, isn't it? Or about 20 hours or something.
Yeah, I mean, as long as something else doesn't come along and distract me, I think.
I mean, unless
Phoenix Wright.
I really wish you'd get that, but I get it. It's not physical, and it's
not cheap.
$30 a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've played anything. Oh, okay. There's some game I forgot to put on the list. Some game came out called Safety First.
I feel like I saw this.
You're a robot who has this spout in between its legs that emits
what?
Magical. No, what was it? It's like they call it like mechanical fixing yellow liquid. I don't know how this game is.
Magical yellow repair liquid.
There you go.
Is this like Waterworld where you're drinking your own piss, or what is this?
You're just going over these spots. I can't play worth a shit. You're just pissing on these things to fix them.
Okay.
It came out on Switch and it was like $1 or something the other day.
Do you ever encounter an electric fence?
Don't whiz on that. I only got to like the second tutorial thing, and I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this game because you're like moving one leg with one stick and one with the other, and you need another 2 buttons on another analog stick to control the repair liquid spout.
Is it hands off on the spout, or does the robot have hands?
No, it has hands, but they're not touching the spout.
Okay, so
it's just free to do what it wants.
I've been really, it's been really bad for me lately going on the Switch store and then finding all the things that are like $1 or $2 and not just wanting to buy them just because it's like, fuck it, why not? And I'm like, oh man, I can't go down this road because I will buy so many terrible games.
Yeah, there's a lot of garbage on that store.
It's really bad.
Man, there's this one company who puts out something like all the time and it'll come out at like $9.99 and then the next week it's like 49 cents or something. That's probably exaggerating, but man, there's a lot of bad games on there. Yeah, that's it. Safety first. Don't buy that first.
Piss everywhere you want.
Yeah, what is the safety part here in this game?
You're putting everything back together.
Yeah, you're pissing to fix the world. I don't know. Don't buy it.
Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, like I said, WrestleMania happened over the weekend, and we talked about a few of the matches, obviously, before we got to. We didn't do our full, rundown of everything, but that's really all that matters. Were the few matches. Which, if you ask me what I asked you about, I don't really remember. But
cool. So, what do you do on WrestleMania? Because you said it started. It didn't start at 4, but that's when you started watching, or
so. What do I do all day? Like, are you asking me about my day?
Like a Super Bowl party? Like, what was the?
Yeah, so like, I mean, you could come to one if you ever wanted to, but really, it's just like I make food. We clean and it's nice to have an excuse to clean the house once you get to my parent age, I guess, if you will. Having 3 kids, the house is a mess anyway. You need a good Sunday to be able to clean. So having people over always gives you an excuse to get the house extra clean. So you wanted to make sure there's enough seating. So we moved our couch. We lifted all the couches up, cleaned underneath them, and vacuumed, which is something we hadn't done in a long time. Got the chairs that were in the basement for our TV when we played games down here for E3. I took those upstairs. I bought 10 pounds of hamburger to make walking tacos. I made cheese dip. What else did I make? The wife made like a brownie cookie thing. We just go all out, and get everybody over and invite people over and do whatever, have some beers. But I tell everybody come over anytime between 4 and 6. Food will be done at 6. And I mean, we had, 12 people come over and hang out and watch wrestling. That they all showed up. They all started showing up at about 4, right when the pre-show started. And I would say everyone showed up by 6 when the main show started. And we watched wrestling until, some of them live in Des Moines, so they leave at about 9-ish. And then the main show went all the way to 11.
How many of them were wearing some type of wrestling shirt or hat?
Or the better question is how many of them actually watch wrestling, because the majority of the people that show up definitely watch wrestling. Maybe not as currently as this week, but they are aware of the product. There are plenty of people that come over or have come over that have no fucking idea what's going on or who's wrestling, but they're just there because it's a good reason to hang out or a good excuse to hang out. And people bring, like I asked everybody to pitch in $5 for the food, because like I said, I bought 4 things of 4 of the individual 4 bags of the individual bags of Doritos for walking tacos, all the cheese, all the things for fucking cheese and cheese dip and olives and sour cream, all that shit. I mean, the grocery bill gets, I think I spent over $120 on groceries just to make everything. And I don't do it for the money. Like I said, I like getting together with people. I like having a good time. I like wrestling. People don't really like wrestling, but it's an excuse to come hang out with me, I think.
I don't know. If I were to watch one pay-per-view a year and it was WrestleMania, that'd probably be fun.
And I think that's what a lot of people end up coming over for. I mean, Jake and Casey, who just live right up the road, they usually come over every month for the pay-per-view. My buddy Bobby Starachi, who used to work at Best Buy, he comes over usually for the Rumble and for Mania, but mostly Mania he'll show up. Gabe, he comes over with his brother. He's been over usually. We usually only do 4 big ones. We'll do SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and Mania. So those are the big ones where I try to invite a lot of people. I'll invite everybody to the ones we do every month, but I don't expect everybody to go all out.
Who won the Royal Rumble?
Seth Rollins, who also won the WWE Universal Championship.
Okay.
That was a crazy match, by the way. I think was that one of the ones that we picked? Was that a Brock Lesnar? I don't remember.
I remember somebody saying Seth Rollins, but I don't remember.
You're asking me to try to remember things, and I'm terrible at that.
Yeah, I mean,
either way. I think we did. I wish I would have wrote all that stuff down, but me doing homework.
I picked Brock Lesnar, I think.
I probably did too.
So Lesnar come out and just whoop. He came out first, which was crazy because first they brought out Hulk Hogan, which was a weird thing to do. People are still kind of up in the air with Hulk Hogan.
Somebody was wearing some questionable face paint. Like he had some red in there. No, some guy wore some black face paint with some red, and it's kind of a little questionable.
Are you probably talking about the Ascension? I would guess because they do black and red on their face, and they're white guys. I would guess.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of like, don't even risk it.
Yeah, I don't. They've always done like the black and red though. Wolfpack style. So Hogan comes out, and then they immediately go to and I was like, they're going to start with kind of a cool, like a slow match. They're not going to go right to the build because last year's match was the Intercontinental Triple Threat, which was just a crazy match. And the first person to come out for WrestleMania last year was Seth Rollins, not Sting. It was white man in red and black paint, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Red face, is that cool or no?
Sure.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
They're back from mass destruction.
Is it okay for a white person?
And so last year Rollins came out and for a long time. He had the white or the blue eye contacts to look like a White Walker, Yeah,
like blue doing blue fit. No.
Yeah, no, not quite. So this year Lesnar comes out first, beats up Rollins outside of the ring, so the match doesn't actually start. So Rollins has got the shit kicked out of him. So you're just like, oh, this is gonna be a deal. It's a lot of money.
Like you can't. Are they twins or was there really two all this time?
It's the same person.
This one's the Crow, actually.
Oh, okay.
So you know.
I thought he died.
Well,
spoiler alert: he was Ned Stark the whole time.
Oh man.
So Rollins
gets set up for that
before the match, and then the bell rings. He drops Lesnar with the low blow without the ref watching him.
Whoa! They still do that stuff.
Oh yeah, Curb stomps him 3 times, and the match is over. Seth Rollins won the fucking title, first match.
What? How long was this fight?
Like 2 minutes. I have the exact time right here. The first match was 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
That was longer than Old Town Road.
It was Old Town Road.
I know, like you watch a UFC fight, sometimes it's over in like 30 seconds.
Again, he beat up Rollins outside of the ring, which is why the match didn't actually start.
But it's planned. That was a planned 2 minutes.
I know. That's the point. I think is to take people off their game, right? You expect this match to be long and drawn out, Lesnar throwing a lot of fucking suplexes, and it to be a normal Lesnar match. So instead, you subvert those expectations of Lesnar's going to kick the shit out of him outside of the ring. Match is going to start. He's gonna fucking low blow him, curb stomp him 3 times, 1, 2, 3, game over.
How is Lesnar being paid for that? He just got paid for 2 minutes.
Brock Lesnar's been paid for worse, so let's not go down that.
How much money are they giving him for 2 minutes?
They were probably paying Brock Lesnar like tens of millions of dollars, I would say.
Like, is that funny to them? They're like, we just gave this guy millions of dollars.
I don't think it's funny to them, but I think people pay. I mean, people want to watch Brock Lesnar fight. So
no, I know that, but they're the ones paying him, right? So,
yeah. Well, but again, when you're talking about planning a WrestleMania show, like what's everybody expecting, and what can we do to subvert that?
If I was really rich, I guess that would be funny. Like I'm just going to.
I also don't think there's a funny to it. I think they're just
2 minutes.
Yeah, but again, they're not talking about how long he's in the ring for. The whole purpose was to build to that match, and the match build, like everything around that match with him getting beat up outside was like 15 minutes long, and so everyone's like, oh, yep, he's gonna fucking Rollins is gonna get in the ring and lose. That's what everyone's expecting. And again, you subvert those expectations, especially at WrestleMania. So that happened. Shane McMahon beat The Miz. I don't remember if we talked about that one.
It's still weird to me how much Shane McMahon wrestles these days.
It was that was a really good match too, because it was a Falls Count Anywhere, and I didn't expect him to do a goddamn thing. Because in 2019, a Falls Count Anywhere match is like the outside of the ring and maybe the announcement, like a little up the ramp, and that's it. They don't go to the back and anything like
forklift.
No, but they did. So the final spot of the match was they climbed up onto like a camera tower, and Miz suplexed him off of the tower onto obviously like some cardboard shit down there.
Onto the highway.
Yeah, that would have been fucking great. But that match was really fucking good. Let's see what else. We talked about Samoa Joe.
Longer than 2 minutes, I assume.
That was longer than that. Yep. In funny news, the longest match on the card was Triple H versus Batista, which is just funny. Like Triple H has had the longest matches on every WrestleMania since The Undertaker lost at WrestleMania.
He's still doing it. Like I thought he was not wrestling as much.
I mean, he didn't wrestle last year, or maybe he did. I don't remember.
He's still coming out to the
he wrestled last year. Yeah, he still comes out to the Motorhead song.
Okay.
It's either the regular Motorhead song or they have that. He has like the bad guy one, which is the King of Kings one.
He's still spitting water everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's never going to change. That's Triple H. He'll never not do that. Speaking of Triple H, here's two triplets.
She'd like go old school and come out as Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
We made that joke. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna say a quick goodnight.
Making a shitload of faces. I think that's the one off screen.
Do the dance, yeah. The other one's at the top of the stairs.
I don't remember the music in the dance.
Joe, like this, Joe.
Don't move my damn thing, you little woman.
You talk into the windscreen. That's what
that's where the microphone is.
Yeah.
Okay, love you, night.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, good night.
Oh, it's fist bumping.
Don't knock my beer over. I'll knock your ass.
Oh, we didn't blow it up.
Love
That's
you.
a big can, Dad.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna knock you out.
She's knocking somebody out.
All right, here's the other one.
Hello there.
Starting off with a good night.
Bumpy.
Yeah, I'll blow up.
Bump it on the microphone. Oh, okay, bye. Love you.
Bye.
See you later.
Beautiful time.
Okay, sleep well. Oh boy, that's a long slide.
Well, you had Lee here.
You.
Yeah. Apparently, the youngest can talk now. We heard some yelling.
Night. Night. That the newest one, or the youngest one, if I were the newest one. She talks all the fucking time. It's all she does is goddamn talk. She woke up yesterday morning. Jolene goes, "Did you have a good sleep?" Yep. I was just like, what the fuck? How do you know what I'm saying? Like, the kid's too smart for her own goddamn good. Let's see, WrestleMania. Not that you guys care. Like I said, Triple H, that was whatever. He beat Batista, fine. He like ripped Batista's nose ring out. No,
he ripped a sack,
which was crazy. Kurt Angle lost, which I mean, we all kind of didn't expect, but expected.
Did he get an ankle lock, at least like an attempt, or no?
He got smoked real bad. It was not a good match. Rey Mysterio lost. Roman Reigns won, which was fucking stupid. Becky Lynch beat Ronda Rousey in a match that no one understood the finish of. I also fell asleep because it was 11 o'clock at night. And so we got to the final match, and I fell asleep. But I woke up in time to see Becky had flipped her on to her shoulders and was counting 1, 2, 3. And the ref continued to count 1, 2, 3, even though Rousey's shoulder was clearly up, and everyone's like, "Oh, he messed it up. He fucked it up, whatever." And nothing happened. And then WWE fined that referee yesterday, like legitimately fined that referee yesterday for fucking up the finish.
What?
He fucked up the finish of WrestleMania.
Well, who was supposed to win? Yeah.
I mean, no, Lynch was supposed to win, but that was not the spot.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I've got a GIF here of the final.
They covered up pretty well. Like she just immediately started celebrating, or
yeah, she like kind of just looked up like, "Oh, yep," and then everything happened kind of good.
Did the finisher even happen?
Yeah. So if you can kind of see this, if I can walk you through it. So Lynch has got her up for her Piper's Pit, is what she calls her finishing move, and Becky slides her over onto her shoulders. You can see Rousey's shoulders clearly up, and they cut the angle over to the other side so you don't see the shoulder, but it was clear as day that, oh boy, this motherfucker's going to fuck it up. 1, 2, and then he counts to 3, and Lynch is kind of like, yep, I won. Cool. But that was a blatant fuck up that everyone's like, no, that's not real. It was scripted that way. It was absolutely not, actually.
Well, it will be now.
Yep. I mean, it's the way it happened now. But yeah, they fined that referee.
Match. I thought, wasn't Charlotte Flair in that, or was it a different match?
She was. Yep.
She was doing and all that, just on the ground.
Outside, yep. She got knocked the fuck out. And then the biggest match of the night, Kofi Kingston beat Daniel Bryan for the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
How sad was Daniel Bryan? How sad did he look?
I don't think he was sad at all, to be honest with you. I mean, he played it up pretty good, but I can't tell you. Like, that should have been the finish of that WrestleMania. Like, I love the idea, Vince wants to do first and all that stuff and be a big deal, but man, there was, and laugh at me all you want to, there was legitimately so much emotion in the room during that match from everyone that didn't care about wrestling at all. But the importance of the first black WWE champion is one thing, but just the story they truly told, if you guys don't watch enough wrestling to really understand what a New Japan Pro Wrestling match is, but New Japan's very good at telling a story through the fight, like very, very good at it. And that's exactly how that match felt. It felt like a story through the athleticism and the fighting that they were doing. And it encaptured everything that was going on, and it was just the perfect fucking moment. And I mean, just the emotion of him finishing and winning that match. I mean, four of us in the room just fucking hugged each other like we were that excited. Fuck off, laugh all you want to.
Hot.
But I mean, it did a great job of telling a story, top to bottom, and just yes. Everything's predetermined in wrestling, but there's certain moments in wrestling that just mean something, and that was one of them. I mean, that truly meant something.
How was he the first?
The first WWE Black Heavyweight Champion. There was
not counting 5-time.
He
was not a WWE Heavyweight Champion ever.
Was there a
wasn't?
He was not a WWE.
Man, WCW had black heavyweight champions in the early 90s.
Because I remember him doing 6-time once, wasn't he? Who did he get? Booker T? Didn't he do like a 6-time?
Oh, he was 5. He was just 5-time.
Oh, I could have swore he did a 6-time once and then did spin a ring.
He for a 6-time. He never got it.
Wasn't Ron Simmons? I'm pretty sure he was
a
champion.
WCW, but I think he was also an NWA World Champion at one point. Also, there's been no Vince McMahon employed Black WWE Champion ever. The person that everyone thought it was going to be originally was going to be Bobby Lashley.
That's not true because The Rock is half black.
Whatever, full black.
Yeah,
talking full bloods here. But you're talking. It could have been Bobby Lashley. It could have been Mark Henry. It could have been Booker T. There's a lot of
Mark Henry. I thought won it.
Again, he had the WCW championship at that time. It was not the WWE championship.
That's so stupid. Man.
How did that happen? I could have sworn Mark Henry
had it. He had the secondary version of what they held at that time. So no Vince McMahon employed person has ever held like
the not want sexual chocolate as his champion.
I guess not. And so it's just so stupid that it had never happened before, obviously. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing with Kofi happened because a dude got injured, and Kofi just caught fire. Like it was truly not the plan. Mustafa Ali got hurt.
Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe went down.
Mm-hmm. And that's how it goes, except for those things aren't planned usually.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, you can laugh all you want to, but there was some emotions running high in that living room that night. It was
I just
what
wish
else
I
was
knew
high?
who he was, but I don't.
My alcohol content, blood content. That's about it. None of that other shit. That just beer for me.
So was that Hawkeye guy there?
Big E, oh yeah. I said, watch that. You did not care for forever and never care about wrestling ever. But you want to talk about a really powerful image, in my opinion, like something like brings a tear to my eye. Like this is just raw emotion of somebody who did something that honestly he wasn't supposed to be able to do, and something that nobody employed by Vince McMahon was ever supposed to do. Again, 2 months ago,
it was his goal to not have black people succeed.
Clearly, it was at some point. Thank God for Triple H, which is something I never thought I'd say.
What?
Dude, Triple H,
Triple H, the one that said that really racist shit to Booker T.
If we're talking about racist stuff when WWE was in the Attitude Era, there's a whole lengthy list of things that have been said.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just something so organic that, hey, this dude got fucking hurt, and then all of a sudden the fans are like, you know what, Kofi Kingston's the guy, and then it just took off from there. And again, something.
I knew some of these characters, but I don't.
Something happened. Something important, and like I said.
Did we see him at the Rumble? Was he there?
Kofi? I think all three of them were in the Rumble that year. Kofi always does the spot where he doesn't get eliminated. Like the dudes will catch him, or he'll do something where he hops, or one year he got to a chair and hopped a chair back to the ring and shit like that. He's always done goofy shit like that. And the New Day is great, and I love the New Day, but it was just 11 years of being in a company where you were just always going to be a secondary player to where you win some secondary titles but never win the big one. And fuck that. You're talking about, and again, I think from a standpoint of Daniel Bryan, a person who doesn't need a world championship to be like a really good wrestler, or for people to look at him as a really good wrestler. Also, I think he is somebody who will go and do that, not favor, but people back in the day, wouldn't do that job, is what you would say. You know, people aren't going to lay down for somebody else. Like, fuck that, it's my title. I'm not going to give that shit. Sure. And you have somebody like Daniel Bryan, who I would assume is like, I don't give a fuck about being the champion. Like, this is a Kofi moment. The right thing to do is to give it to Kofi. And so when Seth Rollins won first match, we're like, man, there's no way, because they've done this to us before. There's no way that the WWE is going to give us all of these matches the way we want it to be. So Kofi's going to lose. And we all were just like, Kofi's going to fucking lose. And that match starts, and we're all just kind of like, okay, they slow built it. It was like 22 minutes long. It was just a fucking great match. And we all were just convincing ourselves of reasons why they would fuck it over for us. Why is Vince not going to give us this? And we fucking won. And we're in awe. And we're like, well, maybe Rousey's not going to leave. Maybe Lynch is going to lose. And then fucking Lynch won. We're like, we got all three of these things that, you know, fans, they don't try to give them happy endings. You know, there's always a reason why the bad guys got to win. And on this WrestleMania, like, truly, all of the good guys seemingly won most of the big important matches. You know, Rey Mysterio was hurt. He lost in a minute. Who gives a shit? Kurt Angle was retiring. He loses. Fucking whatever.
Did you get to see a Randy Orton pose?
No, he lost. I mean, I saw when he came out. But
he does it when he comes out.
Beat him.
Okay.
What? He broke up. What'd you say?
He does it when he eats hot wings also.
Oh, yeah. I saw Chris Jericho eat hot wings and Sasha Banks, but I did not get to see it.
The last really cool thing that I would say is that Rey Mysterio came down dressed as Mysterio from the Spider-Man comics, which was pretty cool.
He'd take off his mask to only reveal that he had another mask on.
No, but that
had Wayne Static's face on.
No.
It's a wing eating contest the whole time.
Yeah. That's risky. Eat hot wings while you're in the ring. You might actually get some in somebody's eye.
That's your WrestleMania moment. It was a really good WrestleMania. I mean, I watched seemingly all of them, and I would say that is maybe top 5 WrestleManias.
Do you ever wish that they would do the thing where they put them in like a mini ring and like made them come to the ring like they used to?
I mean, they were doing that Rumble year. They were shuffling them in like cars.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was different. Because I don't know how to explain why that was happening, but
I think it was because it was such a long. That's a big arena, and that was a long ramp. And they're like, it's gonna take forever for these big motherfuckers to get down there. So I don't know. Yeah, I would say if you want to seek that out and watch Kofi win that title, like I said, I rolled a tear, man. It was just a fucking. And I'm an emotional guy anyway, but that was just.
So how long do you think he's gonna have the belt?
How long to beat?
First night on Raw, he came out, which he is a SmackDown champ. I mean, he's a SmackDown superstar, and they have that brand split still. But Seth Rollins came out, and then the New Day came out, and they challenged. He challenged Seth Rollins to a winner-take-all WWE Championship match. So they were going to have a winner-take-all match, and then they fucked it up and turned it into a tag team match. Like Teddy Long would.
How do they do this SmackDown Raw thing? Do they perform in cities near each other, or do they ever
usually scheduled out pretty close? I'm pretty sure they all travel damn near close together. It's because and they're getting ready to do the Superstar Shakeup like they do every year after a WrestleMania, where they send people to SmackDown and send people to SmackDown to Raw. And so on and so forth. So now on SmackDown, you had Raw people showing up and beating up SmackDown people. Also, Kevin Owens is using the stunner, which I don't know if I've covered. That's pretty great.
Is he getting people's face after he does it and flip them off, or no?
That's a lot of work for a big man to do. He just drops the stunner and leaves.
Because that was always the best when you got a stunner from Stone Cold and he's in their face yelling at him.
I don't know. That's your wrestling 10 minutes. WrestleMania is really, really good. You should watch at least a couple of the finishes, especially. I my New Day Bootios box is right in front of me. I've been a New Day guy for a while.
Was Nakamura there or no?
Nakamura was there. Yep, he and Rusev were in the Fatal 4-Way for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and they lost.
Did he come out with Rusev, or did they come out separately?
No, they come out separately.
So you still got to see his weird entrance.
Yeah, but he's a bad guy now, so it doesn't really matter.
What would he do?
His music's different now, so he doesn't really do the same thing. I mean, it's still a lot of him shaking his hands and stuff, but he doesn't do the thing where he does the thing on the ropes.
So what would he do to become a bad guy, though?
He kicked the shit out of AJ Styles and kicked him in the balls like 5 fucking times. 5 different times.
He's had trouble finding the balls the first 4 times.
Or AJ doesn't have any 4 kids later.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been a bad guy for a little over a year now.
Okay, that is kind of weird that he's kicking people in the balls.
this was after WrestleMania because he lost to Styles at WrestleMania and then he kicked him in the balls after the match and became a bad guy.
They do that in Japan? Is that the thing? You just kick them in the balls?
No, there's some weird things that happen in the Japan wrestling with American wrestlers. Like at one point, AJ Styles being in the Bullet Club, he was on a tag team match, and Maria Kanellis, if you know who Maria is, the redhead who's pretty good looking, was like dancing provocatively on the side of the ring. And like AJ and one of his tag team partners would just like sit there staring at her like, "Oh, what's up, girl?" Like they do some weird shit too. So yeah.
I was waiting for you to tell me when someone's get kicked in the balls there, but I did not hear.
I don't know anything about that.
China back from the dead, balls smash.
She got to the Hall of Fame this weekend, and then Bret Hart got attacked.
I heard that.
Yeah, what is that? What happened there?
Boy, I got a lot of wrestling still left in me. So he was out there accepting the I almost said Ring of Honor, the Hall of Fame ring for him and Jim the Anvil Neidhart for being in the Hart Foundation, even though they weren't the only two, but whatever.
Is Jim still alive or is he dead?
Jim just died like a month and a half or 2 months ago now.
So
Natalya, well, I mean, he's still got brothers, but wrestling brothers, I think that's it. Him and I think Davey Boy Smith might still be alive.
Wait, the British Bulldog, he died a long time ago.
Okay, so yeah. His son is still alive, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Oh.
But anyway, so he was out there accepting that award with Natalya, obviously Jim, the Anvil Neidhart's daughter. And like, I don't know, 7, 10, 15 minutes into the match, or into the acceptance speech, a fucking dude in a Rasta hat ran in and tackled Bret Hart. And the first two people in the ring were Shane McMahon and UFC fighter Travis Brown, and they beat the shit out of this dude.
Can you really do that? Like, I know they're not supposed to do that, but you can't just beat them.
Are they supposed to? No.
No. Like, you're not supposed to get in the ring, but you're not supposed to just beat the shit out of the person that comes in the ring.
That's what I mean. I mean, are they supposed to be beating somebody up? No, but this dude made it from his gated off seat through the security into the ring before a wrestler got to them. Yeah. Like, that's a problem with your security.
What was he trying to do? Like, just to hang out with Bret or what?
All he said was that he thought this was the right time for him to make a move, is what he said in court.
What?
I don't know what he thought. I don't know what kind of move he was trying to make. He tried to
like a move on Bret. He's making a move on Bret.
I have no fucking idea. So. Anyway, so then, yeah, everyone, like a bunch of wrestlers got in the ring and clearly probably beat the shit out of him. And then there's a really good video of Dash Wilder, one of the members of the Revival, a tag team. And once they get him out of the ring, he just fucking turns and cold cocks this fucking guy in the face.
Why is that okay? Like that, I feel like you should get in trouble.
I'm not apologizing for what they did. I mean, the adrenaline's running high. But I mean,
that's like assault. You can't just punch somebody in the face.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm not a lawyer. I have no idea. All I can tell you is that it was awesome.
Just because somebody does something that's probably not legal.
He got charged for assault and battery and disrupting the peace.
It doesn't mean you just like, oh, he's being charged for assault. I'm free to just assault the shit out of this guy.
They could try to bill it as self-defense, I would guess.
Why would he's not already restrained and you punch him in the face? That's not much.
Again, you're asking the wrong person. All I can tell you is that seeing somebody try to tackle or somebody tackling Bret Hart and then getting beat up by wrestlers before security even gets to them is pretty great.
I don't know why he did it wearing clothes. He should have done it naked, but
I don't know why you would try to attack a 70-year-old man.
Is he 70? What? I don't know. I was like, is he older than Vince McMahon?
Anyway, I think that's everything that happened. They made some AEW jokes at Billy Gunn, who works for AEW, while they were doing the DX acceptance speech, which made me laugh.
Could you see any of his cheeks at all when he was there? Okay.
They did make a really good dick joke, though. They got out the squirt guns, and he pumped it up and tried to squirt it, and it just kind of dribbled out. And Triple H was like, it happens to guys our age. No matter how much you pump it, sometimes it just dribbles out. That was
joke. Yeah, they should start doing stuff like that at the NFL Hall of Fame inductions.
Yep, absolutely. Brian Urlacher up there accepting his stone face, start making out with it.
Cough a bunch of Cialis before he gets up there.
Yeah. Oh boy, who's that Depends guy? Who wore the adult diapers? Who was that guy?
What?
The announcer. Who's the announcer?
Hopefully it wasn't Mean Gene because he's dead.
No, for the NFL.
Was it Tony Siragusa?
Tony Siragusa, thank you. Yeah, that's
he did that on purpose, or he had to because.
I mean, he said that he had problems with his bladder, and so then he promoted adult diapers.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's everything I've got for wrestling. I'm sorry it took so long, but there's your WrestleMania. It was fun. Watch some of the highlights if you want to.
What's the number they're on now?
That was 35.
They're never going to catch the Super Bowl. One of them's got to do more than one WrestleMania per year.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, Ralph. How about a quick version, now that I've talked so long about wrestling, of Surmise the Score?
Welcome to Surmise the Score, the section of the show where we try to guess the Metacritic scores for games that aren't out yet. And during this season of the Battle Pass of Surmise the Score, if you win, you get to remove a game from our top 100 worst games of all time list, where hopefully at some point...
How much was the Battle Pass?
We'll see what the worst game of all time is. So we surmised a lot last time, and we don't have a whole lot to go over because only one game.
Oh, great! Perfect. This is my favorite days.
Only one game has a Metascore. The game is Dangerous Driving.
Oh yeah.
The game made by former Burnout developers. Plays like a Burnout game. Sounds up my alley. But it's got a 66 on the PS4.
Oh, that Hellboy movie didn't get very good reviews either.
No, it did not.
All over.
66 on the PS4. So that had the most reviews. Coming in dead last with a guess of 80 was Derek.
Oh,
I was hoping he won this time.
I was too. I always hope I won.
Coming in very second with a guess of 77 was Ryan.
Oh my God.
Nailing it with a guess of 66. Oh gosh, that's not right. With a guess of 75. Was Ralph. I did not nail it. I will get this game once it gets cheap. But, people
are giving it negative or mixed reviews just because it doesn't have much content, or
yeah, and it doesn't have a soundtrack.
Yeah, people are not having a soundtrack.
It's weird. You can use your Spotify account, I guess.
But it has to be a premium account.
Yeah, I don't understand
Spotify. Put just a bunch of royalty-free music in there.
Yeah, I thought they were talking about getting the composer, like the people that did like the music from the other games, and then they didn't do anything with it.
Well, at least
you're gonna get Billie Eilish in there.
Well, yeah. So at least the last few Burnouts. The last few Burnouts had all licensed soundtracks.
You should get Weird Al to do a soundtrack.
That'd be all right.
Hulk only, yeah.
Or Shaq would do the soundtrack.
Yes, he would.
Shitting on him.
I'm going to remove Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Sorry, Derek. From this bad games list.
Every time Derek doesn't win, we should remove one of his games.
That's a good idea. We have a lot of games. Well, I had a lot of games on here. I don't so much.
And actually, that is the only game we have to go over.
What? Give us a refresher on the scores that we have for the upcoming games, Ralph, would you?
Labo Toy-Con 04 VR kit.
That comes out Friday?
We missed Earth Defense Force.
We did. I don't know when this comes out, actually.
This Friday or next Friday. I can't remember which. I think it's this.
You want all the scores?
Well, sure. Why not?
Just yours.
No.
Labo Toy-Con 04 VR kit. Derek, 70. Ryan, 65. Ralph, 72.
I stand by that score.
Konami Anniversary Collection Arcade Classics. Derek, 74. Ryan, 73. Ralph, 70. World War Z.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this game's going to be
Speaking of low ball, Derek, 50.
Yeah, that's right.
Ryan, 59. Ralph, 58. Cuphead on the Switch.
Interesting to see what that game is.
Yeah, World War Z will be nice.
I kind of wish Cuphead was $15. 20. I mean, I'm fine. I would buy it, but I just really wish it was $15.
What are the chances WWE or World War Z is going to be your next Walking Dead survival instinct?
Hey, if it was coming on Wii U, then
is that the only reason why you bought Walking Dead?
Yeah.
You actually finished it too, though.
I did. It wasn't.
He's done worse things.
Yeah, I mean, it was playable, we'll say. Cup it on the Switch. Derek, 88. Yes. Ryan, 91. Ralph, 85.
Oh, yeah.
So is Death Stranding a sequel to Walking Dead Survival Instinct because of Norman Reedus? Or?
I hope so.
It's the real Silent Hills. Days Gone. Derek, 71.
Oh, no.
Ryan, 81. Ralph, 83.
I looked at the embargo date for that. I
can't wait for it to come out. Like, it's going to be anywhere from 70-something to 80-something. And if it comes out and it's below 70, that's going to be funny.
That's going to be so good. The embargo date for that is the day before it comes out, by the way.
Okay.
Just so you know. It's seemingly the embargo date was the 25th.
April 25th is when it's going to get hot.
Yep. That's well, I don't know about hot, but yeah.
The embargo date's the day after it comes out.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat 11, we got Derek 90, Ryan 87, Ralph 83. We do have a couple games we can surmise scores for. We got Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen on the Switch. Ryan, you're the Dragon's Dogma expert.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? I think maybe it's coming out on Xbox. No,
it's already been reviewed like twice. So
let's do it again.
Or I'm going to say 81.
81. I will say 78. Derek.
I'm going to go with a 75.
75. And finally, we have Steam World Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that card game.
It's new, like, turn-based card battling. Well, your moves are from the cards. Like a turn-based RPG, it looks like.
I like SteamWorld stuff, but I don't think I'm going to get that.
There's a physical version coming at some point, so I'm going to see what the reviews are like, and then we'll go from there. Derek, you're the SteamWorld expert.
Oh, God, I wouldn't call myself a SteamWorld expert. I'm going to go with a 72.
72. Ryan.
Can cards be used to perform a magic trick?
Only in solitaire.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to go with 67 then, because that's not acceptable.
We're shitting on this game.
I'm going to go with an 80.
Okay. At least a little positivity here, Ralph. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks all right.
It's probably fine. 72 is just kind of like, I think card games get a bad rap, so.
I mean, I don't know. It looks like that Paper Mario Color Splash, which did not review well, but I liked a lot. So
they need to make it a match 3 game because there's not enough of those either.
It's true. A match 3 battle royale.
Yeah.
I keep waiting for Battleship Brigade to get like fucking $8 so I can buy it.
Ain't gonna happen.
$10 is just too much for me still.
I wish I could just let you play my copy because I don't know.
I need the Switch to get digital library sharing is all I need.
Yeah, maybe in like 3 more Nintendo consoles.
When they finally catch up to anything that's happening in real life.
They may consider that. But
well, I don't know. Maybe your Xbox library will be
on there
to share on your Switch.
Yeah, let me play Alan Wake, please.
Yeah. You can play with my Cuphead, I guess.
That's true. Can I just play with your head?
There's a lot of it.
Big circumference.
I got a 5 head.
Oh, fuck.
That's all I got to surmise.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap us up here with another edition of the Level Up Show podcast. What's everyone looking forward to for next week? Ryan, what are you going to be doing now that you finished up?
Maybe finishing Tales of Vesperia because I got to at least finish one of those games, right?
Sure. Probably Bark to Jericho.
And that's I'm waiting for that to get backwards compatibility.
That's smart.
I don't think that's happening, but
no, it's not going to happen.
They made it on PS3, so I can buy that copy and play it on PS5 potentially.
Yeah, we're hoping like hell that you can. We're praying like hell.
Yeah, that game is in hell. So yeah.
What about you, Mr. Ralph? What are you gonna be working on next week?
Probably just Darksiders. I don't know.
How many taxis have you thrown?
Maybe finish Yoshi. A lot. I love throwing cars in video games. That's like an underrated thing or underutilized. Like Incredible Hulk games like to do that, but
you mean
not much else.
Infamous games.
Fair.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Prototype, I think is what you meant.
Yeah. You throw tanks and Prototype. No, I don't know that.
I don't know. They're the same game. I'm not really sure what you're talking
about. Derek, you gonna finish Yoshi?
It's only I'd play it. Yeah, it's a pretty short game. I mean, I work all weekend, but I'm gonna try to get in some good game time. And I got a whole lot of nothing early in the week next week, but I got a birthday party and Easter next weekend, so we'll see what all gets done. Olivia turns 5.
Chuck E. Cheese?
No, we don't do that shit. It's just my house.
There's JCB and Hobbies right next to Chuck E. Cheese.
If I lived in Des Moines, it would matter, but I don't. So
yeah, I went in there and
long drive.
A lot of stuff in there. Their game collection wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's way more toys and collectible.
A lot of vinyl
games.
Where the money is.
A lot of records. Yeah, a lot of records. Yeah, a lot of records. But I'm probably going to try to finish up at least the story portion of The Division and get to some end game stuff, and then I'll feel better about kind of letting that game start to slip. But other than Cuphead and some backlog stuff, I don't have a whole lot to keep my attention when it comes to video games. I got a lot of stuff on the Switch, so I'm trying to get that all taken care of. We're looking to get a different organizational method for our game systems and living room stuff because of how it's set up right now, so we might have to spend money on buying a TV stand or something. I didn't get my new TV.
You gotta make sure you have room for that Wii U that you don't have anymore.
I gotta make sure I can put my Super Nintendo. I had to take down my Super Nintendo Classic because my the way that we moved the TV around, the HDMI cables that I have are like 4 foot long, and it's just short enough that they don't reach the one side. So I had to take the Super Nintendo Classic downstairs. But it's a sad world, and we're living in it. Time to hit the old Old Country Road. Is that what it's called? I forgot already.
Town Road.
Muddy Path. Oh yeah, that too.
Got the horses in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, when the Old Town Road, when it rains, that's when it's the muddy path.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah,
it's what you don't want to have happen. Those horses really splatter the poo. I mean, the mud everywhere.
Yeah. Road apples.
Yeah, look like mud.
It doesn't smell like
shit.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Level Up Show podcast, episode 191 in the chamber. We'll be back again next week to talk at you. Until then, for Ryan, for Ralph, I am Derek. Level up.
Boom.
Yeah.